Hey, thanks, Shosan. Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to put out more stuff. Cause before I was doing a lot of commissions and kind of like trying to take on commissions that interest me, but dealing with shipping and handling and like customer service, no, no, I hate that. So yeah, hopefully right now I'm focusing on more on just projects that I want to do, and then that way I'll be able to like put more stuff out there, and I'll be focusing more on pirate ship. Well, I mean, I use pirate ship to like ship things out, and that saves money, but like it still uses like UPS or USPS. Depends on whatever's cheaper, and they're just chucking packages or some shit, and that's always annoying. But yeah, so for the most part, I'm gonna shift more towards just doing projects that I feel like, and avoiding doing commissions if I feel like it. And for the most part, I'm gonna lean more towards designing and prototyping versus selling polished products, finished products. Um, but yeah, because I do enjoy testing out new ideas and prototyping props, but but once I like master making a certain prop, for example, Spalter's big spiky spinny weapon, like once I've mastered making it, I really don't want to make it again, even if someone's gonna pay me. Let's see here. But yeah, certain props like Ptilopsis' staff, I'm not even going to I'm not even going to like prototype it. I'm just gonna like put it out there. Whoever wants to like work on it first, then I'll definitely help them, of course, if they reach out to me. Oh, I have not even played Enfield yet. uh, like right now, I'm kind of so busy with my own projects, life, and cosplay, and of course, AK, Arknights, that I haven't even touched in Enfield. But yeah, if their props or weapons are rippable 3D models, then pretty much at that stage you just need someone who knows how to rip them, and then those models will need to be adjusted for actual 3D printing. And no, I do not have a Twitter. I used to have a Twitter. I hate using it. I just nah, I don't care. I'll just use freaking Instagram. Can't get canceled off Twitter if I never use it. Let's see here. Uh, yeah, Ptilopsis' staff is pretty simple. Like she just has this little bit here on the end. This will just be a big thick wooden dowel that fits into this handle section, and I just need to add all the details for this upper staff's end. Oh, nice. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, feel free to lurk or ask any questions if you feel like it. By the way, if you take a look at Ptilopsis's E1 and E2 art, I swear to God, her staff looks completely different because her E1 has like very little detail, and then her E2 art, it's like all these different segmented parts on the loop section. Which really sucks when their artwork changes the weapon so much, because then you just like you can't use both for all the different angles when you're 3D modeling it. Oh, thanks, Lost Thero. Hope you have a good night too. I really need to start streaming more, or at least streaming earlier. Actually, if you're still here, let me show you something. Let me save this. I've been working on Bagpipe's Royal Guard version for a while, and here's the progress on that. I did stream some progress on it quite a while ago, and it's been a little slow going, but this is where I'm at. So I'm like almost done. Here's the butt. Here's like one of the parts where you rest it on your arm or armpit or something. Handle. This shielding part alone took me like 3 or 4 hours alone, because I absolutely hate modeling curved surfaces. So like in order to get this thing as accurate as I can to Bagpipe's Royal Guardswoman version, it just took like experimenting with different methods for modeling it. But yeah, that took a while just to make this shielding. Let's see here. A few of the crevices and whatnot of this gun lance, like I had to just guess because, you know, there's only one picture. It doesn't show multiple angles. So I kind of just guessed on the different pieces and parts and whatnot. But yeah, this actual lance, like serrated tip thing, took a little bit of effort to figure out how to model. And so yeah, pretty much I'm right at the point where I just need to model out this gun muzzle part, and then I should be done pretty much. But aside from that, yeah, this will be fun to prototype and 3D print out. Like these little bullet thingies, like it's our AK weapons are so, they're cool, but like you just wonder how they're supposed to function properly. But anyway, yeah, these things, they should be able to fit in and out of these little like slot thingies. Let's see here. this part, you should be able to feed like what what was I planning on doing? Um, I think I had it so that these bullets will be 3D printed in like a transparent red filament, and then you're supposed to be able to feed in a LED light, like a red one, and then it'll glow, and then it'll just sort of illuminate this and make it glow somewhat. So yeah, that'll be fun to test out and just experiment on. But anyway, yeah, I just need a little bit more time, maybe like literally an hour or maybe 30 minutes to just 3D model out that muzzle. But I really need to finish up Ptilopsis. But yeah. Ptilopsis is pretty simple in comparison. And just like Megumine staff from Konosuba, like this is like a prime example of just using wires to make a little ball float in the center. It's gonna be a little trickier because in her E2 art, she has those two halves of that fucking capsule shit that originally encapsulates the ball, and then like in her E2 it pops out and the ball's glowing with this electrical blue spirit effect. I'm just gonna need to like figure out. I just need to add some little hooks to the edges, to the inner edges of this crescent, so that whenever the person does 3D print it and then they add like fishing line, that all the angles where the fishing line is supposed to go is already taken care of, because it's all 3D printed, and then they just need to like sort of finagle where the length of each fishing line, and then that should be able to do the trick. This little sphere thingy, like they come in halves. They're pretty thin. I might 3D print these just to test it out, but you should be able to 3D print this in like a translucent or transparent blue, or just a clear filament and then add some blue LED lights on the inside. And then you just, glue the two halves together and then just figure it out from there. But yeah, shouldn't be too bad. The only problem is like, if you look at her E2 art, actually I can pull it down right now. If you look at her E2 art, she has that like that little floating piece of shit right down here. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with that because like it's just floating down there, and if you use wires, it's not gonna hold it at all angles. If you use magnets to like repel it and use wires to keep it in tension, it's gonna be also finicky. So I'll have to think about it. I won't finish it on stream. I won't finish this model on stream. So those sort of details I'll have to figure out later. Yeah. Yeah, it's just let me see here. It's just like you don't see the bullets going all the way around, because in her standard gun lance, it's very clearly a full revolver cylinder. This thing, like, you only see the bullets being fed from the top. I don't know. It fucking, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, but her Royal Guardswoman gun lance is like pretty dope. So I'm happy to almost be finished with it. Then I'll print that one off and I'll hang it up, and that one I will try my best not to drop. God, I was pretty upset when I dropped my standard gun lance. And then maybe one day I'll make her her racing skin version, because her racing skin is also pretty cool. That version of the gun lance, definitely a lot more simple. Definitely a lot simpler than her Royal Guardswoman, but still pretty dope. And then it'll be my dream to have 3 bagpipe cosplayers line up for a picture using my props, and then that'll be pretty dope. Okay, I need to focus. That one. Oops. Wait. Oh, wait, no, that's just there. Okay. Yeah, the rule of cool is pretty strong. So many AK props fall under that. Oopsie, that's not it. All right, thanks. Yeah, have a good night. Yeah, if you really want to support me, you should like buy maybe 5 more PCs and then just stream all my streams on all 5 PCs. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, have a good night. Let's see here. Yeah, with the links in the description, the reason why I have the space in there is because if I have it be the full link, then YouTube will just automatically not allow it to happen. Like, they still haven't fixed that. And the only way in order to fix that is if I send them like my personal ID and information, and at that point, like, screw YouTube, I'm not gonna do that. Or I wait like 3 months for them to review it, which I believe it's also almost been 3 months. But at that point, like, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna keep working on stuff. I suspect it's because I cuss a lot, but also there are plenty of other people who have cussed a lot, other content creators. Yeah, it's like, I just let's see, it was after my Juliak video where in the beginning of the video I just right out the gate started uh, expressing my pain at 3D modeling that fucking thing. And so yeah, like YouTube does not like give you any reason for like why things happen a lot of times. They just do it, and then you're supposed to just figure it out. And it's not a new thing either. Like it's happened to people in the past, but like as I was looking it up. Is this thing smooth or not? It's smooth. Yeah, like once it's fixed, or if it's ever fixed, I'll probably just go back through all my videos and just fix it. Yeah, it's especially annoying since I like the way my channel is heavily relies on links. Like since I'm actually putting out some like 3D models and resources for people to use, that it's like linking outside of YouTube, that it's more convenient for people who like, oh okay, I created this 3D model, here it is, cost $5, here is where I'm gonna post it. It's easier for people to just click a link versus, all right, he says it's on CG Trader, I'll go on CG Trader. It's just a couple more steps, so people are still able to find my 3D models, but it's just obnoxious. Okay, I just need to do this. Do this one trick here to make sure the curves stay the same. Oops. Yeah, and as far as 3D modeling goes, and whenever I do put out a 3D model out there, if someone else, like if someone really wants to use my 3D models for cosplay, like they're willing to go through the extra steps. And then on CG Trader, where I do post my stuff, I do link back to my YouTube as well. So the reverse is easy, where they're already into 3D printing and they want to cosplay this character. They see it online, and then they're able to see the guide videos that I put out. That helps as well. Okay. And if anyone like needs additional help with 3D printing, or if they're prototyping a prop that I haven't prototyped, like I'm pretty responsive on Instagram. Okay, I think that's okay right now. Oh, there's just little weird ass. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I apologize if I slow down with my 3D modeling. Like sometimes I really have to zoom in and stare at stare at the artwork in order to get as much detail as I can. Also, right now I might I might stop doing stuff because I'm also messaging my wife on Facebook Messenger. All right, yeah. Have a good night. I'll probably turn in around like 10. I won't stream for too long. I have a bad habit of staying up late. Let's see. God, I just hate it. I just love it when a prop is not symmetrical. Because that just means I have to fucking stare at it. Actually, and if it's not symmetrical, then I can't just mirror things. Uh, 1 second, guys. Let me try to find something. Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Oh my god, 18. Oh no. Oh, that's 18 views. Only 2 concurrent viewers. Damn. I was getting excited for a second. Let's see here. Oh my god, it shucks. I can't. There's only one angle to see her prop from. Let's see here. Actually, wait a minute. That is so weird. Damn it. Wait, let me do this again. Okay, yeah, so are you, so brownie pies, are you like leaving it out in the sun, or is it like a prop that you're just carrying out there for like maybe a few hours, like at a convention or something? Because PLA, its glass transition temperature, it starts to like soften up at about, I want to say like 80 or 90 degrees Fahrenheit, especially if it's black and you're carrying it out or and around. Um, but for with my bagpipe gun lance, some of the pieces are PLA, but a lot of the like really stronger, stiffer parts, I printed them in PETG or PETG. Uh, it's a lot sturdier and it's a lot more temperature resistant. It's not quite as easy to 3D print as PLA. It's just a little trickier, and you have to print it a bit slower. Pretty much, it just comes down to getting your settings right for printing PETG. But if you're living in like a definitely warmer climate, like if you're going to LA cons, or if you're like in Southern California or whatever, then yeah, PLA is not not really a good idea, especially when you're going to summer conventions. Especially if especially if your prop is printed in PLA and it's black, then it absorbs way too much heat. Yeah, going to Anime Expo. I got some friends that are going to Anime Expo. One of my friends is doing a whole road trip there, so uh, I kind of want to go to Anime Expo, but also their prop policy I really hate. So yeah, maybe I'll go to ALA one day. Yeah, I might go to Anime Los Angeles one day. Yeah, cause with Anime Expo and ALA, obviously no live steal. A lot of props, a lot of conventions where I'm from, they have a no live steal or no edged steel slash metal props. But with some of the California conventions, they have it where like no metal whatsoever within your prop, even if it's completely encased in 3D printed material. Like they'll wave a little metal detector stick and they'll be like, "Oh, is there metal in here? What's in here?" You know, like it could be a screw for all they know, and then like they might turn you away. Or if your prop has a lot of pointy bits, like with Spectre the Unchained, her weapon, then yeah, they might turn you away for that as well. I'm like, that's going a little too far because like if it's for the purpose of safety, which that's always the reason behind it, um it comes at the cost of just hampering people's expression of creativity in terms of cosplay. And like obviously, if the concern is if someone's smacking someone else with a prop, that's like it's that the seriousness of that is elevated by having a pointy or dangerous or metal prop. But if you're smacking someone with a wooden broom, for example, that's already its own problem. So it's like misplaced concern. Yeah, and I've also heard that um yeah, I've also heard that Anime Expo won't be happening again like next year. I don't know if that's true. Like that sounds a little wild to me. Yeah. Like some of my friends were talking about it, I was like, that doesn't sound right, cause they're like the biggest con. Like it's not like they're lacking sponsors and whatnot. Like I'll ask my friends again and where they heard that. Yeah, and yeah, I like to design props more so than like making them. So if I'm able to design more props and put them out there to help more people, then I definitely like to do that. Let me make some adjustments to the thickness of this. Yeah, if possible, I'd like to do this full time, but that's not really realistic at this moment. Certain props, like the simpler ones, I can definitely pump out a lot faster. That is to say, if I don't have to prototype them. For example, this Ptilopsis staff. Uh, this is like the second day I've worked on it, but my first stretch of working on it pretty much just took me like 2 or 3 hours, and I got all of this, including this crescent. So right now I'm just like adding the details to the crescent. So yeah, I would consider like Ptilopsis's staff pretty straightforward. There's some detailing in there. Something like, let me save this. Something like I don't know if you saw this earlier, but something like, oh no, this is her standard. Yeah, I guess I can show you this. Yeah, Bagpipe's standard gun lance, I would guess took like maybe 20 hours total, maybe, yeah, around that amount of time. Definitely took a long time. Maybe leaning more towards like 28 hours, especially if I'm. It takes longer if I'm practicing 3D modeling like techniques that I haven't mastered yet. For example, this whole lance section, like it took a lot of lofting, and with lofting, I was not like, I didn't use it too much in previous 3D models whenever I was modeling them out, and so that took a lot of practice to like to get it just right and get the shape and the contours of the whole lance section just right. The rest of it, like the rest of the rifle section, it was pretty easy, like pretty darn straightforward. Certain parts, like curved parts of the gun lance, like that was a little tricky, but I just pretty much figured it out at that point. Tolerances are tolerances. You just learn as you model and you gain more skill with it. Um, let's see here. What the hell is this? Oh, right. That's nothing. Uh, yeah, let me show you. And then, yeah, but her standard gun lance is like definitely complex. Has a lot of different parts and some detail, but like the level of detail is, it's not that insane compared to her Royal Guard version of her gun lance. Like the level of detail on this one is much more dense and quite a bit trickier because there are more curved surfaces. Uh, let's see. Yeah, like this shielding alone, like her standard shielding, it was so easy to model because it was just like, it's like freaking basic shapes, but this thing, like all these weird ass like pipe organ looking ass fucking things, uh like this took me maybe 4 hours on its own, this one piece, not even including this weird connected thing, just this pure shielding right here. And it's because like I was just trying to figure out how to model it using plasticity with its own problems and limitations. But at some point, like the moment I did figure out the proper method to use, it took like 15 minutes. So it was just mostly just messing around and then failing and then retrying over and over again until I eventually learned and figured it out. But yeah, the rest of it, pretty much just staring at the artwork and then trying to get it as close as possible. I'm like maybe 30 minutes away from finishing this, but I want to work on Ptilopsis today. Like I pretty much just have her gun muzzle to finish here, and then I'm pretty much done. The rest of it, yeah. Certain parts, like this is just gonna be a thick wooden dowel. There's another thick wooden dowel that will go on the interior, and then this whole handle is gonna have a thick wooden dowel. Like from now on, every prop I make is just gonna be like as sturdy as possible. Like I don't even care if someone downloads it and then 3D prints it and then they realize that it weighs 20 pounds. Like that's their problem. They need to work out at that point, because yeah, I have a problem where I just make really heavy props, really giant props. So other people are gonna need to suffer as well. Actually, before I get back to Ptilopsis, let me show you Wishlash. I have not made the video on this yet because I'm still prototyping her weapon. I'm just waiting for this thick red braided fishing line to arrive, because if you look at her E2 art, it shows all the segments that are connected with the red cord. And so the way I designed this is like in different segments, and I pretty much have everything assembled. I just need that red cord. Pretty much the cordage will go through these outer holes. They go all the way through all the segments, and then you just epoxy or super glue or seal the ends in. And then these little indents here are where some neodymium magnets are going to go. And then at that point, all the segments just connect using the magnets. And then you can pretty much like detach all the segments from the magnets, and then they'll be kept together with the red cords. And then with your free hand, you can pull on the cords to reattach all these segments after you swing them out. But here's the thing, yeah, like when I thought about it, I was like, all right, this is gonna be dope. It's gonna be like this deadly chain whip sword, just like how she uses it in the game. I got it assembled, and I got this regular like, it's not red cordage, but it's like this regular string thing. And so I fed it through. I added a little bit of super glue. I already ripped it out, but so I was able to test out my theory. And I wanted to like hold it in my hand with like my right hand holding it, and then my left hand on the string. And then when you're holding it and all the magnets are attached, the end of the sword is pretty heavy for the magnets. So it, between this segment here and the handle, it just detaches, but it still stays kind of in place. So it's like this droopy, flaccid freaking sword that reminds me of that Family Guy Star Wars episode where Herbert the pervert pulls out his lightsaber and it's just drooping like this flaccid sword. So yeah, sometimes things don't work out, but that's okay. And the thing is, like, when you want to use it the way she uses it, where you throw it out there, it pretty much just detaches from this segment, and then the rest of the sword is in just one piece that's just flying forwards. And it's like, It's pretty sad, not gonna lie, but you can still detach it by hand, all the segments, and with the extra slack, just leave it like on the floor and then pose with it, you know? So it's good for posing. It doesn't function as a deadly chain whip weapon. So that's a little upsetting for me. Like I wanted to create something that will be fully functional, but unfortunately prop making, you're just making props and you're limited by your own shitty creativity. Yeah, can't kill someone with it yet. Maybe if I print it in small enough chunks, I can feed it to like an infant child, and then I'll be able to kill someone with it, or something. You know, choking hazard. But yeah. Aside from that, I got the scabbard printed out, and it's a pretty snug fit. Slides in there pretty well. But yeah, that's prototyping for you. I'll release the video once I get that red cord, and I'll crack some jokes at it. But yeah, pretty fun. Okay, I need another one of these further up. Hmm. Okay, it's getting a little late, and I'm starting to approach the limits of what her artwork can show me. Because right now I'm at this curve, and then I'll get to this weird like segmented part where parts of the staff detaches, and at that point it's just all guessing. But yeah, it's getting a little late. I'm gonna need to go to bed soon. Those who are lurking, those who are watching, thanks for watching. I'll try to stream a bit more. I'll finish up Ptilopsis' staff off stream on my own free time tomorrow. And then I should be able to just quickly release a video where I show people all the different segments and then how to assemble it. This is a Patreon project, so anyone who joins Patreon, even on the lowest paid tier, can like just reach out to me, and then you can get this 3D model for free. But yeah, hopefully as I design more 3D models, design more props, I'll be able to like fill out my what's the right word, my portfolio, my catalog of 3D models, and then that way my Patreon membership will be more worthwhile to be a part of, because right now it's it's a little sparse because there's a lot of props out there to make. There's a lot of props out there that I want to design, and there's not enough time, especially when I have adult responsibilities. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for asking questions. That way I'm not just sitting here in silence with my own thoughts telling me to, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the stream now. See